Good morning and welcome to this live broadcast. I'm MJ Lifestylist coming to you from my home and studio in Bournemouth in the UK. And we begin this morning's broadcast by reminding you that we're here to offer some motivation, inspiration and conversation for your day ahead. And whilst you pop up the 3 things online that you are grateful for, let's just remind ourselves of when we are available. We're here Monday to Friday from 10 till 10:30 in the morning each day. Tuesdays and Thursdays we have a Zoom meeting in the evening. That's from 8 until 9:30. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays we do our development group, and on a Thursday we do our mediumship group. Both are £5 per session, and you can access them through me. So that's what we do then. And then we also have our Psychic Sunday on a Sunday evening, and this can be accessed by anyone from 7:30 until 8:30. All of that is UK time, so why not join us for another session, as well as joining us here in the morning. Join us now. I'm just posting to my normal page, and then we are ready to go for this morning. So how are we all doing this morning? What have we been up to? What are we grateful for? Let us all begin this morning in an attitude of gratitude. We begin our morning in an attitude of gratitude, and it sets up how we mean to move on for the rest of our day. It's always lovely to be here, lovely to see you all, lovely to have you take part in these sessions, and it would be lovely to get some comments from you. So what's going on? What's happening? What is occurring for all of us right now where we are at? What is occurring for us where we are at this time? So who is here? Let's see who's here. On my other device, it will tell me who's here. So we got Sue Venus. Good morning, Sue. How are you? Morning, my gorgeous friend. How are you doing? It doesn't tell me who else is here. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Jenny Garrett, thank you for jumping in. Somebody needed to be first this morning, and Jenny certainly has. Morning, Martin and everyone. Grateful for seeing and hearing a blackbird early this morning whilst he sang this morning's song. Grateful for my washing machine. We like washing machines. And ground coffee. Do you know, I'm a bit like that too, aren't I? A bit like that too. Also like my washing machine. I like my creature comforts. I, of course, do all the washing. Andrew does all the dishes. Andrew does the dishwasher. I do the washing. But I love the smell of fresh laundry and hanging it up nicely, and then folding it and getting it packed in the right place in the dressing room is all great. Karen says, grateful for intuition, my learning through my life, vaccine and supportive people. Good. Good. All those things are great things, Karen, to be aware of and to be grateful for. Amazing. I don't want to, excuse me guys, I don't want to sniff through the whole session, so I would rather just, every morning I need to just do that once properly, and then I'm good to go. Right, let's pick a card for everyone watching right now. Welcome to everything right now. Why not like and share this broadcast, get other people to join in, you know. Very interesting. Let's pick a morning card. First card of the morning, making a choice, card 30. So I'm going to show it to the screen, but I have got my green screen on, so you're not going to see it beautifully. But let's try and get it as close as possible. Right, so there's a pathway, and it diverts into 2 paths. It breaks up into 2 pathways, and it's choosing which path to take. One has a doorway that is sort of blue skies, and one has a doorway that has very lavendery, purpley skies. So this card 30 comes to a 3, and 3 is all about change. And this card talks about your pathway moving forward, and then making a choice between left and right, making a choice between these two doorways to choose from. And back in the day, I used to always say, oh, this card is definitely about making a choice between living a more physical life and a more spiritual life. Do you want to follow your spiritual path more closely? And then since the advent of COVID, I've kind of moved forward and gone, do you know what? Actually, I believe now that this is more about making a choice between work and life balance. It's your work and your rest, really, that is important. It isn't about being spiritual or being physical, because we're all both, aren't we? We're all spiritual beings having a physical experience. And so, really, really interesting that we have got this idea of a choice between more work and more rest. And what I mean by that is we need to actually create balance in our lives. All of us, each of us in our own way, needs to create and encourage balance in our life. More balance, more ability to really weigh up the things that are important. And for a lot of us, before COVID, there was a lot of focus on work and not much focus on rest or on relaxation. And then COVID struck and everybody had to rest and relax. And not very many people were able to continue working. And so now it's about readdressing that balance because we've gone too far in the other direction. And card 30 comes along, making a choice to tell us we can choose how we move forward and how we balance our lives, how we get that equilibrium back in our lives is our choice. It is something we are able to navigate and work through. Hey Neets, how are you? Hey Anka, how are you? Looking forward to later. There we go. So Jenny says, definitely more things I enjoy doing. Yeah, and it's about balance though, because we can then tend to go, oh, we're going to do all the enjoyment stuff and not any of the work stuff. And we all know if we take time off and we relax and not necessarily party, but relax and do things and experience things, etc. But the washing is piling up. Eventually, we're going to have to get back to the washing. So it is about that balance. It is about fine-tuning that balance and getting that balance into itself and getting it to work with itself. What 3 things are you grateful for this morning? Pop them up on screen. Let's have a good look. Let's have a read. What 3 things are you grateful for this morning? Gratitude is so, so, so important. It's being grateful for the things that you have already got, which all of us are to a certain extent and will recognize to a certain extent, but it's also about being grateful for the things that you've not yet received. Now, how does that make sense? Well, the universe goes, ooh, Martin is grateful for X, Y, Z that he's not yet received, but because he's grateful for it, he's in the vibration of receiving it. He's in the vibration, he's in the right headset, he's in the right mindset, he's focusing on the positives that he has, but also the positives that he's yet to receive. And because of that, Martin is ready. So because Martin is ready, we will bring those things to fruition a lot sooner for him. And so because of that, things get brought into the fore, things get brought into focus, and Martin is then able to experience those things. And that is exactly how it is. That is exactly how it is. So when we are in an attitude of gratitude, we kind of set ourselves up for the things that we wish to have and attract, and also the things we already have and attract. So a very, very interesting blend there, very, very interesting way of looking at things there. What do you all think? What do you think about attraction? What do you think about gratitude? What do you think about positivity? What do you think about the choices that we make on a day-to-day basis? Give that some thought. What do you think? How do you believe we can all move forward in a positive way? Sue says, morning all, grateful for my phone, my link to my spiritual friends, and time to think where I wish to go in this new energy. Yes, Sue, that's another thing, is about making the choices moving forward, because the energy is changing and shifting. Energy is changing and shifting, and it's presenting us with new options, new possibilities moving forward. For a lot of us, there's new stuff coming in, there's new energy, there's new vitality, there's new all of that, you know. And that is something that needs to be considered. It is something that is important, you know. How do I choose to respond to everything new? How do I choose to respond to everything that's happening? How do I choose to respond and work with my new energy, my new paradigm, my new shift? All of these things are true for a lot of us, especially those of us that work with energy and work with energy shifting, etc. Karen says she feels the energy is shifting. I couldn't agree more. Happy to take responsibility for chores as I like nice things around me and fresh, clean smells, so I get a reward. I've started cooking more. Great, as I love the food I can eat. I'm intolerant to egg, yeast, and some dairy, so again, I'm rewarded. Well, you know what, Jenny, that sounds like you're making the best of the situation that you're in. It sounds like you're adapting. It sounds like you're adapting to suit your circumstance. And that's all of us can do. All of us can evolve. What all of us should do, sorry. All of us should evolve and adapt to suit our circumstances and to suit our changes that are happening around us and with us. Okay then, I'm grateful for a pain-free day and getting the letter I've been desperate for and having a day of getting things done for me. Is that today, Anita? Is that today? That sounds great for you. Sounds great for you. Really, really good. Really, really, really good. So yeah, I'm grateful for the flow of clients I've had recently. I've had a lovely flow of clients for my special that we're running. It's at the bottom of your screens right now. £10 for 30 minutes instead of £30 for 30 minutes. So it's 1/3 of the price to have a reading or a consultation with me. I say treatments as well, but treatments are really only able to be booked once we can see people, because most of my treatments are in the physical. So yeah, consultations or readings. So I do oracle card readings or mediumship or a combination of both. And then we do life coaching, mindfulness, meditation, personal styling, professional styling, interior design, all of those things. And all of those things can happen through a consultation on screen. So those are able to be booked for £10 per hour instead of per half hour, instead of £30 for half an hour. And I have a solid 3 slots a day that are full up until we're into next week now. And I'm very blessed and very grateful for it. Even though it is only 1/3 of what I'd usually be paid, I've just met so many new people, and I'm really embracing the fact that I'm getting to work with so many people, despite what COVID's throwing at us. I feel the new energy. I seem to have super strength yesterday in the garden. Ooh. Have you got super aches and pains today in the home? Jenny? Yeah, I'm scared of when I feel super strong in my garden, because the next day I feel it in my bones and in my muscles and in my tendons and things. So I tend to, even if I feel super strong, I tend to take things quite easy, very sort of slow and purposeful. And there are lots of breaks to have water, and there are lots of breaks to have a little bit of a sit down and to watch the birds. Yeah, I kind of pace myself in the garden, because I know what I'm like. I will just carry on, and then there'll be a problem. So strength is the next card. Now she's got a lot of green on her, so you won't see all of her, but basically it's a girl in this costume that looks like she's in a little spring play or something. She's got a beautiful flower garland around her head, and she's carrying the world on her hand like a tray of hors d'oeuvres. And then around her there's winter. There's winter all over the place around her. Frost and foliage, etc. looks like winter. So for me, she is stepping from winter into spring, which is exactly the point where we are at right now. It's card 44, which on its own is an angel number guarding, protecting us, looking after us, etc. as we move forward. And then the girl is stepping from winter into spring. So the transition from winter into spring, I think, that last of us. In the transition from winter into spring, if you are with me in the northern hemisphere of the world, so England, America, Europe, from winter into spring, I think as we step into spring, we're going to find ourselves stronger than we believe ourselves to be. Stronger than we believe ourselves to be. There's that inner strength that we get. Now, Jenny was talking about the super strength. There's that aspect of just embodying something stronger than yourself, embodying this idea of being strong, being powerful. And power doesn't necessarily mean muscles. Power, could be feeling empowered. And that's brilliant. That's amazing. For lots of us, that's amazing. Really, really good. I did last night. I slept like a log. Up at 6 with puppy. Maybe it's chasing after him. Okay, cool. Morning, Anne-Marie. Suffering from disability tiredness, but I'm getting through it with friends' support. Seeing and listening to you also helps. Oh, amazing. My sweetheart, we are sending you lots of love and light and healing. Lots of love and light and healing. And actually, we need to get hold of... my mind has just gone blank. I'll think of her name now. But I need to get hold of her. Yes. Lots going on at the moment. Lots happening for a lot of people. A lot of reintroduction into the world, or reintroduction into stuff going on. So how are we all dealing with the new energy that's coming in? How are we all dealing with the new shift that is occurring? Have you sensed it? Have you felt it? Are you working with it? Are you trying to ignore it or push against it? How are we all responding to the new energy coming in? How's that featuring for us and working for us in a good, positive way? Anka says she's also feeling the new energy. Absolutely, my darling. Absolutely. But Anka, I believe it's because you and I are Geminis and we are air signs. I think air signs will feel a shift in energy more than any other sign, or maybe before any other sign. I think as an air sign, we have that kind of, we can feel it on the wind. We can sense it on the wind. Whereas, earth signs are very grounded and very steadfast. So they've like rock solid. We've got fire signs that are very sort of all over the place and energized. And then we've got water signs that are all flowing and kind of moving. I think the air picks up things first before the other elements do. So that's what I kind of feel, is that air, as an air sign, we kind of sense things. Things come to us first. They come on the wind, and then they become reality. They come sort of sweeping in. I had a review of my previous life yesterday, which felt uncomfortable, but now I'm ready to move on. Okay. Interesting. Yes, says Anka. Right. It's palpable, like Phoenix rising too. Very powerful. Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's a lot to be said for Phoenix energy right now, Anka. People grow and change. Absolutely. Our tagline of my original shop, when I had Gorilicious, my original shop's tagline was growing and learning together. But my mission statement, so the tagline was growing and learning together, Karen, but my mission statement was to create a conscious community of like-minded people by growing and learning together, was what I truly believe. And that's what I try and uphold within my business. So yeah, people do grow and change. It is palpable at the moment. There's a lot to be said for Phoenix, and I'm actually doing a comparative at the moment, Anka, in my own work, in my own spiritual growth, in my own personal growth. I am looking at the the blend, and for me, the similarities between Phoenix energy and Peacock energy. And I've got this idea of like the Phoenix being like a firebird and the Peacock being earth / water, and Phoenix being fire / air. So I've got this red and blue thing going on, and I've seen a picture of a Phoenix and a Peacock and the blend of the two, and it's created this question with me, Anka. And so I'm actually working on that at the moment. I'm working on how I feel about the visualization of these two entities and how they blend and how they complement and how they work with each other. And I'm finding it very interesting, actually. Very, very interesting. And so I might actually end up doing something with that, like a workshop, etc. with that. But that's just come to me a couple of weeks ago. Jenny says, I'm going with it. I'm laughing more. It's lifting my mood. Loving being able to get out and feel the sun on my back. Absolutely. Hannah, yes, there we go. That what do you think about getting in touch with? Yes, I was. Hannah. I have spoken to her a couple of times, but I need to get in contact with her. Yeah. So I've got this blend, this idea of a blend and a fusion between Phoenix energy as in air and fire, and then Peacock energy as in water and earth, and how they blend, how they work with each other, how they put each other out, how they symbiosis, almost like yin and yang. It's that masculine, feminine. It's that fire and ice kind of vibe. And I'm finding it really interesting to explore that. But that's just what I do because I'm a little bit weird. And I love it. I actually really embrace my weird. I embrace the fact that I'm different and unique, and people tend to like it. So don't forget, you can catch us every morning 10 till 10:30 in the morning. You can also catch us Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. Tuesdays for development, that's tonight, and Thursdays for mediumship. They're both £5 a session and are held through Zoom, so we can see, hear, and speak to each other, which is great. Love doing my group work, my coursework, and then on a Sunday night we do our Psychic Sundays from 7:30 till 8:30. All of that is UK time, and you can join in as and when you wish. We are planning a workshop for the end of this month. I haven't put it up yet. It probably will be the last Saturday of the month, and I am hoping to to maybe do a mediumship workshop at the end of this month. Who would be interested in a mediumship workshop at the end of this month? That's what I'm kind of heading towards, and hoping that I'll have some takers for that. So if you're interested in mediumship or developing your mediumship, then I am trying to host a workshop probably on, I think it is Saturday the 27th of March. Saturday the 27th of March, a mediumship workshop to be hosted by me, and for the purpose of developing people. So that is what I kind of feel I am drawn to at the end of this month. But I will put up details on that as soon as I've decided on it. I'm kind of toying with it at the moment, but I haven't done my mediumship workshop for a while. Right, we have got Wizard of Awareness, card 3. Now, I know you can't see all of him because of the green screen behind me, but I love my green screen. But let's turn it off so you can see the card. Please hold. Your call is important to us. Boom. Okay, we're back to being a plain green screen. There we go. There he is, Wizard of Awareness. Now, he's like the magician in tarot. He's sitting in this huge throne with this staff and this light orb on top of it, this energy orb on top of it. And it's really, really important to see him. Now, 3 is about change, as we said before. And the Wizard of Awareness comes along when you have got a decision to make and you don't know whether to decide left or right. And what he says is, do you know what? This isn't a decision you should take lightly, but what I suggest you do is step back, sit in my throne, and view your situation objectively. Step back, sit in my throne, and view your situation objectively. So if there's a decision you're toying with at the moment and you don't know what to choose, Take yourself out of the situation. Try and sleep on it as well. Don't make a decision in the same day. Try and step out of the decision, sit in his throne and observe it as the observer. Look at it from the observer's perspective, and you will find that you have a better viewpoint and you have a better perspective if you sit in the wizard's throne. Always, always, always good to take a step back and to just make a decision based on response rather than reaction. Reaction is volatile, it's active, it's too quick. You need to respond to things, which means it's passive. You need to kind of step back and consider things from all angles before jumping in. And I have certainly changed from reacting to things to responding to things. My response is measured these days. I no longer jump into things headlong. I'm inclined to, but I don't actually do it. I kind of step back and go, do you know what? Right now, I need to respond. Right now, I need to just give it some space, give it some time, and see how that works for me. And that's a far better conclusion to come to. It's a far better way to deal with things, because then it's measured and it's considered, and it's not something that you're just doing brashly without any thought or consideration for the matter. Always, always, always better to respond. Okay. Right, guys, I think that's coming to the end of our broadcast today. I've got lovely readings to do for gorgeous clients today. Gorgeous clients. And I'm teaching tonight. So don't forget, if you want to take advantage of our crazy deal for our 10th anniversary. So even though I've been doing readings for 25 years, I've only had a spiritual business proper for 10 years. We've just turned 10. And as part of that special, we are offering 30-minute readings, treatments or consultations for £10. 30-minute session for £10. And you are able to book yourself a session through getting in touch with me, and then we are able to then sort out your session for you and have a great old time having a chat about it. So I am really looking forward to working with my clients today. I'm looking forward to teaching tonight and into the rest of the week. I'm now actually fully booked for this week, so I'm actually taking appointments for next week now, which is lovely. It's lovely, lovely, lovely to be busy, albeit at a cheaper rate. I don't really care about the money. I'm more interested in people being able to access me at a reasonable rate, and also about being available to more people and new people as well, because a lot of the people that have booked are brand new. They've never worked with me before, and it's hoped that with my interaction with them, we will start a collaborative. All weird in our own way, absolutely, definitely a response rather than reaction. Sue says she needs to learn how to do that, and Jenny says, me too. Once I started doing that, my life started to change for the good. Absolutely. And mine has. I've just chilled out. I've become calmer. I don't get pulled into the drama as much. I am still a drama queen, but I don't get pulled into the drama as much. I actually pause before I get pulled in. And it has helped a lot. I've learned some hard lessons, especially over the last 10 years. I've learned some really hard lessons about myself, about my business, about my interaction with others, and I choose to move forward in a positive, self-affirming way. So I take responsibility for my actions. I always say we are responsible for what we do and how it is done, what we say and how it is said. And if I can answer those 4 things without going, oh, I shouldn't have done that, if I can answer those four sort of laws that I've put up for myself, so for what I do and how it is done, what I say and how it is said, and if I can confidently answer that and go, okay, cool, great, I've done the best I can, then I am happy to move forward. If I can't confidently answer those 4 questions, then I need to go back to the drawing board and figure out where I went wrong. And that's also owning up to your responsibility, I suppose. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, until I see you again, please take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, and we're all doing the best that we can with the tools that we've got. I'm MJ Lifestylist, And don't forget, you can catch us live every morning, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Sunday nights. And that would be on mostly on MJ Lifestyle's page or on our YouTube channel, MJ Lifestylist. But for Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are on Zoom. So, much love to you all. Be blessed. Have a fantastic day. We look forward to seeing you when next you're able to join us. Lots of love, MJ.